the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up. We're moving on now to the east side.
Quick, what's the first TV tune that pops into your head right now? If you're humming "Here's the Story of a Lovely Lady," you're not alone. Some of these TV themes didn't just open a show, they opened a portal to a simpler, weirder, sometimes wonderful time. But not all of them aged as gracefully as we'd like to believe. So, which ones still hold up, and which are stuck in the shag-carpeted past? Let's find out. Part 10. The Ballad of Gilligans Island. Gilligans Island.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale. You can already hear the waves crashing, can't you? This theme song was basically a spoiler-filled sea shanty. Before Netflix invented the skip intro button, Gilligan's Island gave you the whole plot in 60 seconds. Not a single mystery left to solve, just pure campy goodness.
Ships aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle.
But here's the weird part. That tune was dangerously catchy. By the second verse, you knew all 7 castaways better than your neighbors. Was it good music? Was it unforgettable? Absolutely, and here's a question. How many shows today could pull off a ukulele-driven theme and get away with it? 9. Come and Knock on Our Door. Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
Come and Knock on Our Door. Let's talk sexy saxophones, elevator jazz, and that slightly suggestive beat that made it very clear this was a show about roommates, who maybe weren't just roommates. The theme set the tone for the entire 70s sitcom genre. Lighthearted, slightly naughty, but still safe enough to watch with your folks if you didn't make eye contact. The vocals were cheesy.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
The lyrics? Even cheesier, but somehow that's exactly what made it perfect. Here's some trivia. Did you know there were actually 2 different versions of this theme song in the first season before they settled on the iconic one we all remember? 8. Those Were the Days, All in the Family.
Those were the days. I knew you when you were.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played. Now this one's a time machine.
By the way Glenn Miller played.
Edith screeching at the piano, Archie growling along, and somehow, everything about post-war America boiled down into one off-key duet. This theme was polarizing. Some people loved it for its honesty. Others hated it for sounding like a drunk uncle's karaoke nightmare. But here's the genius. It wasn't meant to sound good. It was meant to sound real, and that's exactly what it did. It dared to remind us that the so-called good old days weren't always so great for everyone. And let's be honest, how many of us skipped past that intro? None. You watched. Every time. The 7. Secret Agent Man. Danger Man, Secret Agent.
There's a man who leads a life of danger.
There's a man who leads a life of danger. This is the James Bond of TV intros. Moody guitar riffs, minor chords, and lyrics that made being a spy sound both incredibly cool and terribly depressing. Johnny Rivers' voice gave it that gravel road coolness and the guitar solo.
Secret agent man, secret agent.
Come on, it could slice a villain in half. But here's the kicker. This wasn't even the original theme for the British version. America added it later. And guess what? It completely stole the show. Ever try driving while this song is playing? You suddenly feel like you're evading Cold War agents on the freeway. 6. Love is All Around. The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Who can turn the world on with her smile?
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Cue the Flying Beret. This theme song sparkled. It was uplifting, breezy, and told you right away that Mary Richards was a modern woman navigating a man's world with grace and bell-bottoms. Originally recorded with sadder lyrics, seriously, the pilot version was a downer, the producers rewrote it to match Mary's optimism, and thank God they did. But let's get real. Would a theme this sweet and wholesome survive the Twitter age? Probably not. And yet, it remains one of the most beloved intros of all time. Fun fact, throwing your hat in the air? Still the most iconic freeze frame in TV history. Hey, real quick, if you've been nodding your head, maybe even singing along in your mind, go ahead and hit that like button, or leave a comment telling us your favorite theme song from the era. Did we miss your jam? Was your favorite show left in the dust? We read every single one, even the ones that tell us we're totally wrong, especially those. Now, back to the countdown. 5. Moving on up. The Jeffersons.
We're moving on now to the east side.
We finally got a piece of the pie. Let's be honest, this song slaps.
We finally got a piece of the pie.
Gospel vocals, soaring keys, and lyrics that made moving to the east side sound like a revolution. which in a way it was. It's not just a theme, it's a declaration. Black success, ambition, and pride wrapped in one soulful package. Compare that to the cookie-cutter jingles of the time, and the Jeffersons absolutely blew them out of the water. But some folks at the time thought it was too upbeat, too much joy, too proud. And you know what? That's exactly why it needed to exist. Even today, that line, "Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill,"
Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill.
hits like a victory lap. Choir of 4. Hawaii FiveO, Hawaii FiveO. No lyrics needed. Just brass, drums, and a surf rock rhythm that could make even the most boring desk job feel like an undercover mission in Honolulu. This was a theme song that moved. When those drums kicked in and the waves crashed across the screen, you knew you were in for a thrill ride. Here's a fun bit. This tune actually charted as a pop single. Think about that. A TV theme song on the radio with no vocals. That's how good it was. And can we talk about that opening montage? Waves, helicopters, zoom-ins, slow-motion hair flips. Pure perfection. Act 3. The theme from MASH, Suicide is Painless. MASH!
That suicide is painless.
Bet you didn't know this upbeat little tune had lyrics. Very dark lyrics. Suicide is painless. Not exactly the cheeriest thing to hum along to, huh? But this was MASH, a comedy set in a war zone.
And you can do the same.
The theme struck a perfect balance. Melancholy, haunting, beautiful. Even without lyrics, it set the mood perfectly. It didn't need to explain the plot, it just needed to feel like what the show was about. Tragedy wrapped in humor, laughter in the face of loss. This is one of those rare theme songs that actually hurt a little, in the best possible way. Number 2, the Brady Bunch theme. The Brady Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up.
This is the story of a lovely lady. Come on, admit it. You know every word. Even the awkward rhythm changes. Even the part where they stack themselves like a Zoom call gone wrong. This theme is pure sugar. So cheerful it could give you cavities, but somehow it worked.
That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
It told the story, introduced all 9 characters, and still had time for a catchy hook. Yes, it's cheesy. Yes, it's corny. But for millions of kids in the early 70s, it was the sound of after-school TV. Would it work today? Probably not. But that's the beauty of it. It belongs to a very specific era, and that's what makes it golden. Number 1. Batman theme. Batman. Nah. Batman, this one's just ridiculous and completely perfect. No words, unless you count shouting Batman over and over. A surf rock riff so relentless it sounds like it's being chased by the Batmobile. And the whole thing screams, comic book come to life. This is how you sell a superhero show on a network budget. Style, swagger, and camp. And the best part? That theme song became bigger than the show itself. Even people who've never seen an episode know that riff. That's the power of pure, unapologetic fun. So, there you have it. 10 theme songs that defined an era. Some were masterpieces, some were ridiculous, some were so catchy they probably still live rent-free in your brain. Which ones made your list? Drop a comment below and let us know what we got right or totally missed. And hey, if you enjoyed that ride through the golden age of TV, go ahead and subscribe. We've got more nostalgia-fueled deep dives coming your way, and remember, boy, the way Glenn Miller played. Yeah, good luck getting that out of your head now.